Singapore Airshow, here we go, and look behind me what I've found. It's the amazing Air1 eVTOL. Now you'll see this on our channel a lot. We're always talking about the Air1. We've been interested in Air1 passenger format aircraft for a long time. But not only have I found the Air1 eVTOL cargo version, but we have found Rani Plaut,
yes,
who is CEO
and co-founder.
Yeah, give it a shake, my man. Yeah. We did a video years ago when I went to visit the original established facility where we're manufacturing.
We have a new facility now.
And a new facility.
Which is four times bigger.
Oh wow, okay, so that's the one I haven't seen yet. So much bigger space for you to...
Looks cool, really cool.
Yeah, fantastic. There's no doubt some updates. I'll throw as many links as I can in the bottom to all of the updates for Air EV and how their manufacturing process is going. But let's have a little look and a talk about the aircraft behind us there, Rani. Sure. Tell me what's going on, why you're here in Singapore, and tell me about this machine.
So we have a collaboration with ST Engineering. We started selling, if you recall, we started selling the same aircraft in a cargo version.
Yep.
I mean the bigger one, the two-seater. It's a 550 pounds.
So this is a scaled down.
This is a scaled down one.
Of the two-seater.
Payload is about half.
Right.
It's a 100 kilogram payload with the same duration, same endurance, half the weight. A little bit smaller, 8 meters wingspan.
Right.
The coolest thing you've ever seen. I think it's the star of the show.
Yeah. Talk to me about this payload area. Is it designed for any specific size spacing?
So we are very spacious because we designed it for two people. And
yes.
As you can see, even the smaller version has a place for a pallet. So
yeah. So would that take a standard EU pallet? That's the pallet size?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
In the big one we have 2 cubic meters, that's like 70 cubic feet.
Okay.
This one is a little bit smaller. It's about 1.6 cubic meters.
Right.
Huge.
And in terms of weight, what sort of payload are we accommodating in this aircraft?
So this is 100 kilograms. The maximum takeoff weight is 600 kilograms.
Right.
So it's really half of the big one. The big one is 1.2 ton.
Yes, right. That's a monster.
Yeah.
Now, tell me a bit more about how that fits into the new Mosaic platform in the US.
Well, this one is designed for YASA. This one is designed for Europe.
This particular one, is
this particular one.
Okay, yeah.
The big one, the 1.2 ton two-seater, is designed specifically for the Mosaic. We have been active in several different committees to facilitate it, and basically we will be able to supply aircraft this year.
Yeah, that's fantastic, and that's fully compliant with the Mosaic structure.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's amazing. So we're super excited, and you know we've got many people following on in Australia,
of course,
because for years we've been really canvassing the Air1, and we've got a lot of people keen to adopt one. So the sooner it can get in, we've still got a bit of work to do to see how Mosaic is going to translate to the Civil Aviation Safety Authority in Australia.
Yeah.
There'll be some steps there, but they're just steps to go through, and we will get through them, and we'll get these things
by the way, in the States we have customers in all 50 states, and I can say that Australia is head in head with the big ones.
Yeah, okay,
so
there you go.
That's a great market for us.
Yeah, nice.
So we look forward to deploying in Australia.
Fantastic. We look forward to it as well. I'm just going to walk around a little bit too, but you're mic'd up there, Rani, so if you talk about the parts of the aircraft that I'm pointing at as I do a tour around it, it will come over the video quite nicely.
So we have four motor arms. These arms are folding. We have the same...
Right, so they fold here at this hinge point?
Yeah, so you have a click to remove the fairing.
Yep.
And then the thing just folds to the back.
Folds back, yeah.
Both arms are folding to the back, and the wing. The wing has a folding mechanism, which you remove one pin.
Right.
And then with a handle at the edge of the wing, you just pull it away a little bit.
Wow.
Then fold it backwards.
When I talked to you many years ago, you were looking at the Icon 5 mechanism, I think.
Yeah.
Did you end up partnering with them on that mechanism, or did you end up designing
No, we designed our own.
Yep.
It's, folding mechanisms is something which is not very unique, actually. You have it on gliders.
Yeah.
Things that should come on trailers, and this one should definitely come on a trailer.
Yes.
Or go into a 20-foot container for shipping.
Yeah. Now,
especially for Australia, by the way.
Designed to operate beyond visual line of sight?
Yes.
With the ground control system, and do you develop and supply the ground control system as a part
We have a ground control system for the big one. This specific one, because of the collaboration with ST Engineering, will use the ground control system of their own ground control system.
Yeah, that's amazing. So it is multi-compatible. The hardware is compatible with other control systems for operators that already have their own preferences.
Naturally, yes.
Yeah.
We have 3 layers in the software stack. So the basic layer is coming with the reflex level, what we call fly-by intent.
Yes, okay.
So this is the envelope protection.
Yep.
And on top of that, you can stack your own ground control system or mission control management system.
Okay. And what sort of beyond visual line of sight applications or range can you expect out of this? Is this how far? For instance, some of your early adopters.
The small one.
Because I know you've done some military testing already with the US.
Yeah, we have supplied some aircraft.
Yeah.
I think we're one of the only companies in the eVTOL space that have supplied and
actually
have revenue.
Supplied one. Yeah, right.
We have revenue since 2023.
Fantastic.
This year will be double digit.
There we go.
So I think customers voting with their purchase orders and cash is the most important thing in our industry.
That's the best shareholder, right?
The
buying customer.
Thing. Yeah. And this specific, the little one, we call it the little one. It's a giant thing.
It's still a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will fly for 60, 70 kilometers.
Yes.
The big one flies for 100 kilometers.
Right.
Or 50 kilometers radius.
Yes.
Quite acceptable for the initial missions.
Yeah.
It will get bigger.
Yeah, and look, it's fine. And I have this conversation with people all the time. A lot of people are like, oh, you can't fly very far in an electric aircraft. But we have a high volume air taxi operation in Australia, FlyOnE's Lilypad Elevate. Yep. We fly up to 50 people a day in air taxi quite consistently. And 90% of our routes are under 50 kilometers. So it's what that proves is there's actually a huge customer demand for short-range air transport solutions. People are buying it already, and we fly that with traditional aircraft. We're very, very keen to start substituting those traditional aircraft with next-gen aircraft that are safer, more comfortable, and give a better flight experience. Quieter, and be able to use all of the abundant renewable energy that we have falling on us every day, particularly in Australia where it's extremely sunny almost all year round, and we can collect and deploy a lot of renewable energy into these electric propulsors. Super excited that you're doing so well, the company's doing so well, you're multinational now with your facilities to build and deliver aircraft.
Yeah, we have the big facility in Israel. We have a facility for flight testing in Florida. We're now expanding to a production site in Florida.
Fantastic.
It's growing dramatically faster than we expected.
That's fantastic. Congratulations on all the success and all the hard work. I mean, this takes an army of people working extremely hard for many years to get this level of success.
Yeah, so we say it's better to fly than do some marketing.
100%. Well, the flying becomes your marketing.
The flying is the marketing.
The true proof of concept is far more important than a fancy render. You've done a lot of it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're super keen to get these things into Australian airspace. And thanks again for your time, Rani. And we'll see you again soon. Another video to come in the future, and hopefully it'll be in Australia with an airframe ready for takeoff.